Good evening. Welcome to the Toon Review for Champions League football returning to St James's Park with a massive arrival of the Spanish champions, Barcelona. Good evening to all of you who are here with me tonight on a very special occasion. Let's do the homework first. Let's do the housework. Let's do the tidying up. If you are new to the channel and you want to engage in the chat, it is subscriber only. So hit that subscribe button. It does help. We are well on our way to 43k. Likes are also very important to us. Hit the thumbs up button. It does attract us to other like-minded people who love football, who love Newcastle United, or who love football, full stop. Memberships are available by clicking that join button, which is below me somewhere, and super chats too by clicking the $sign, and that will get you guaranteed comments read. There'll be that many comments coming through, I won't be able to read them all. Anyway, let's do some lineup, shall we? Bit of a shock at the lineup, to be fair. Let's be honest. I don't think people expected a lot of this, but we have a new lineup kind of design for the Champions League this year, and here it is, and it's very small, and it's not great. But anyway, the Newcastle lineup is Nick Pope in goal, a back four of Kieran Trippier, Livramento on the left, Cher and Dan Burn in the middle, the usual midfield three of Joe Linton, Bruno and Tonali, and up front is where the change comes. Anthony Gordon does come back into the side, and as does Anthony Elanga, but at the expense of Jacob Murphy and Nick Voltemada, who both dropped to the bench. So no Voltemada tonight. It looks like Gordon's going to go through the middle. It'll be interesting to see people's thoughts on that. But I guess it's a way of getting pace, and it looks like it's going to be a counter-attack type of game with lots of pressing. Substitutes, we have Max Thompson, the young goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, Lewis Hall, Sven Botman, Malik Chow, Emil Kraft, Willa Sula, Jacob Murphy and Nick Voltemada, Joe Willock, Alex Murphy and Lewis Miley. So there you go. That's the Newcastle lineup. The Barcelona one follows here. They have Joan Garcia in goal, Ronald Araujo, Kubasi, Pedri, Lewandowski. I think this is in numbered order. Rafinha, Marcus Rashford gets a start. Fermin, Gerard Martin, Frankie de Jong, and Jules Koundé. So I imagine Koundé will play at right back, Araujo and Kubasi as centre backs, and Gerard Martin at left back, I imagine. Then with Rashford and Rafinha on the flanks, with Lewandowski in the middle, de Jong, Pedri, and Fermin as a 10 in the midfield. So yeah, 4-2-1-3, something like that. 4-3-1. Very, very kind of fluid formation for Barcelona, and I can't see who the subs are because it's very small. But the likes of what's his face, Dani Olmo will be on there. Eric Garcia, people of that nature. Chesney Zell can see. It's very small, folks. Ferran Torres is also there, but I can't see much else, if I'm perfectly honest. There's the Barcelona lineup. So, what are your thoughts on that? I've also got a little bit of a... I don't know if this works, but you have to tell me. Because on my screen, I can put these comments like that, look. Can you see? Now, can you tell me, is that really small on your screen? Or can you see it? Because there's no way I can see of making it bigger. So just give me a kind of heads up. Can you read them? And would that suit you better? It's good, says one, and small, says another. Tiny on phone. What's it like on the TV? It's really small. Yeah, it's really small here, to be fair. Tell you what, I'll get rid of it because it's crap in it. You can see, people are saying it's good. It's splitting opinions. I think you need eyesight of someone that's sent 5,000 characters a day. We'll leave it off. It doesn't matter anyway. Maybe put it on when the game's on. Yeah, I guess it depends on the screen setup. Full screen, your phone, it's massive. Jonathan Bark said that's what the wife says. Anyway, welcome to you all. Katie says, good, nice idea, but it was too small. Not the first time that's been said to me in the past. I'll get my magnifying glass again. I'll refer to my previous answer. Answer says it's on the fence. Big, small, depends where I'm sat in that. Chris said it's better than nothing. I mean, maybe I'll put it on when the game starts. Gary can see it, but he can't read it. And in that case, it's no point. Gavin Howe says, Barca play a high line. Gordon's place to get him behind. As positive as I can be. Well, that is correct. That is correct. It is positive in that case. But sort of getting him behind when you can't finish. It's a bit of a fucking work, as they would say. We are we're about 25 minutes from kickoff. Dandrid said it looks electric already. Leo into his own use my binoculars to look at the neighbours. Well, Toon Guru said cracking idea, but it very small. No, I just thought I'd try it out, and it didn't work. It didn't work. But maybe I'll pop it on when the game's on. Not that anyone will be watching me when the game's on, but they'll be watching the match, won't they? Turpy says, come on, people, don't talk about the lineup. Just back the lads. George Ball says 50-inch 4K TV and can barely make it out. Well, that's going to be my stock answer. We won't put it back up. There's got to be a way of being able to edit that so it's bigger. Because I've seen other channels kind of have that kind of thing on, but yeah, I know Flying Pig has his on his, doesn't he? Anyway, Baz Down Under says long balls for Gordon and Elanga and let them chase them. Yeah, the high line. We used to playing against this high line. We just started playing last season as Tottenham. Quite simple, isn't it? But again, it's who's going to finish the chances. If we can't get Harvey Barnes in on them, we're knackered, really. We shall see. It might be a really attacking lineup, and we could all have egg on our faces. And it gives chance for Nick Voltemada to get himself nice and fresh for Sunday, doesn't it, as well? Because that's an important game too, isn't it? Chris says, I wonder what Nick has done to not get a start tonight. The goal on Saturday would have given confidence. I think he'll be annoyed at the decision. Well, let's hope so. I mean, you don't want to be pleased to not be playing, do you? I think he'll be disappointed, but I guess he'll understand it. Let's do some super chats while we're here. We have a £5 super sticker from Low. Thank you very much. Ian Hogg says £5 super chat. Good luck for the commentary, Billy. I hope you enjoy the game. I do too. K17's been a member for 12 months. I can't think of a better game to celebrate 1 year's membership on this great Newcastle United Football Club content channel. Love what you guys do for us all. Well, thanks, K17. That's really kind of you to say so. Stoic, 200 Danish kroner. You are a star with that wit rewarding coming. Thank you very much. Kezzy Anderson Headley from Toffee to Toon. Good luck. Thank you, Kezzy. Really appreciate that. Trolls isn't very happy either. 50 Norwegian kroner super chat. This for me is bad, really bad. But he does then gift 2 million membership. Thanks, Trolls. Really appreciate your continued generosity. You are a very valued member of our community, my friend. Yeah, Ian A. I agree with Ian A, actually. This is a good comment from Ian. He says that Gordon is due a goal or two. He is, and he got pretty close for England, didn't he? He had a good game for England. But yeah. 56 goal involvements. I don't know what you're talking about there. But it'll be something. Yeah. This lineup, Eddie out. Come on. Give him chance. Give him chance. Tony Hunter said, hi, guys. Mad dash back across Denmark and made it. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Nobby Solano, I don't think it's the real Nobby Solano, says, Gordon as a striker in this game is an absolute disgrace. And Paul says, Gordon will give you intensity up top, but he's totally wasted. Won't get you goals playing there. Sorry, but I think he's wasted playing there. Like, we shall see. We shall see. I tend to agree. With you, though. But it might be a bit floating. They might swap and change around a bit. Who knows? Yeah, lots of people criticising this Anthony Gordon selection. Chrissy said it would be better with a plain background. What, for the comments? What's it on now then? Yeah, I tend to agree with you. There's no way to get into it either, so I mean, nah, doesn't really work. It's too small. There's probably a setting somewhere that will make it a bit bigger. But unfortunately, I've not got the technical know-how to know what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, John says thoughts on Gordon leading the line, obviously going with pace. Well, this is it, isn't it? They play a high line, Barcelona, and if you want to get in behind them, I guess pace is the way of doing it. And also we've got a little bit of a kind of fail safe on the bench, haven't we, just in case? It's a very interesting point, but I'm guessing that Eddie Howe knows what he's doing because he always does. Crowtail says, so when Worcester is back, Walter will be pushing to the reserves. FFS, Galanga has been very poor. Yes. Nice one, Trevor. I enjoyed that. Marcus says you shouldn't put a chat on a video as it will remain for future, and people may say things that YouTube might remove it. Well, that's what we've got mods for, Marco. You know, that's the whole point of having mods. They kind of remove anything that's dodgy and not nice. But yeah, I agree. It's too small. It's too small. Steve Gotti's very, very, very kind of optimistic here. Eddie has cost us the game with this lineup. I haven't started yet, mate. I mean, you can say that after the game if you get beat. But let's try. You don't know, do you? You can't say now. And how many times has Eddie Howe let us down? Not often, is it? If ever. I mean, once or twice he has, but... Clue says we're playing counter-attacking football today. I don't see that problem. I don't see that being a problem. Couple more super chats. Gaza78 with a £5 super chat. Not starting Volta is a mistake, in my opinion. His confidence would have been sky high after the Wolves game, and we should have capitalised on that. Jordy J. Game's been a member for 11 months. However, lads, let's get stuck in Toon. And Nick's FPS picks, 199 super chat. Isn't it your turn to go and watch the game, Billy? Unfortunately, in a minute, mate, I'm unable to kind of travel up there. So, yeah, it's not a problem. I do enjoy watching them here and portraying the action to you fine people. It's never been a problem. I love doing it. Ali said, did you hear the Rat was playing last night? He only had one shot a goal. He wasn't very good, but they bigged him up somewhat rotten, didn't they? I mean, Clinton McKenzie made out as if he had the debut, best debut ever. Looked very sharp, this, that. Shit to me, got to say. And Liverpool looked far better when Ekitike came on. However, he didn't have his shooting boots on, did he? But there you go. Who cares? Let's not talk about those people. Even to Ian Fleming, hope you're well, my friend. Jeff Kenny says, big up Billy Bob from Ireland. You are my favourite commentator. Well, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. But we've all got on this channel, to be fair. Ben says, anyone else see the video with Elanga on Sky's YouTube? I haven't seen it. I saw it was there, but didn't look at it. JR says he can't play 3 games in a week. Makes sense that Nick is on the bench. George Ball says, who are Blundellum playing in Champions League tonight? Just asking. Who are they played on any Champions League or European Cup night? No fucker. Anyway, let's not talk about those. They won't be troubling the UEFA drawing people anytime soon. I wouldn't have thought. Lee says Nick was knackered after 45 minutes. He was. But again, it's two training sessions with his new club. And I guess the rest of the night, he may get 15, 20 minutes. May get more than that. We don't know, do we? But we shall see. There might be an early injury. He may have to come on. But again, we'll see. David Noble says, I wouldn't mind, but we don't usually play well against Bournemouth. That is a fair point. But I think we'll have a bit of a stronger line at this time. Although I'm trying to worry about the midfield against Bournemouth because they're all playing tonight. Excuse me. Then Sunday, they'll be knackered, ain't they? The Wolfhead Benitian says, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button and subscribe button. It's free to do so. Feel free to use the super chat feature or become a member and help support the channel. 100%. I agree with all of that. Good evening to Emma and Ian Leverick and Crispy Sesh. He says, did you see that Liverpool fan who got in it with Diego Simeone? He's from Newcastle. That's sad, isn't it? That's really sad. Wise Guy thinks that he's playing it safe for Sunday. Lee says Billy's been abandoned for Barca. That's shocking. Well, I was abandoned for PSG 2 years ago, mate, and it was well, I've got to say, the best result we've ever had in what I've been doing this channel, and maybe one of the best results ever for the club. But I must be honest, there were certain parts of that game that I thought was going to have a heart attack. I was that excited. But there you go. There you go. Let's hope we get that close again tonight. Hey, let's have a bit of excitement. Alfonso says, hi, everyone. I'm nervous tonight, excited, but bricking it also. I think we're all like that, aren't we? I think we're all kind of, we don't know what's coming. We're excited, but nervous. We shall see. Dark side. Abdul Salam says, Gordon's not a striker. Why the negative move? It might not be a negative move, mate. You know, with the pace. And maybe tonight that he finally puts his shooting boots on. Who knows? The dark side of the moon says, to take it Gordon as a striker. How, if you do not learn, he can't finish. Well, maybe he will tonight. I mean, I know it's unlikely, but there you go. Foodbar says, I imagine after getting cramped there, just managing Nick's minutes, especially with Gordon unable to play on Sunday. This is it as well. I mean, Harvey Barnes will be knackered. I mean, Jacob Murphy will probably come back in Sunday, won't he? I would imagine. But Harvey Barnes, to be fair, though, I mean, he's played he didn't play against Leeds, did he? Come on as a sub and he was dreadful. JL says, I think ideally we don't need Nick to play. We get up early, we can sit back in a 5-3-2 in the second half and let Gordon run non-stop. Well, maybe. Perry Clark says, just Eddie Howe and Volti will come on to score the winner 3-2. You never know, do you? Noxie says, no way Trips or Barnes should be starting tonight. Ollie says about Liverpool winning last night and very late on, as they tend to do. Robert Morrison says, get Tino 1.0 on the pitch. Well, he's in Newcastle and he looks, he's starting to look his age a little bit, isn't he? I guess the life he's had, that's no wonder. AH says, Spanish commentators saying Pedri is the best CM in the world. Tonali and Joe need to smash him. He is a good player, mind. Really good player. Lots of people critical about the Gordon selection. Not his selection as such, but the position it looks like he's playing. And we don't know he's playing up front yet, do we? Let's be honest. Steve says, don't worry, Volta will come on 70 minutes when we're 3-0 down. Yeah, a lot of people saying Gordon is not a number 9. Then I tend to agree with you. Chris says Hall not playing is the worst. And Joe, with a bit of sense, have faith, people. Let's just support the lads. Exactly. Algie says Nick is clearly injured. Gordon is not a striker. Yes. I can agree with all of that. We have about 10 minutes till kickoff, folks. Let's have a look, see if we have any more super chats I can quickly look at. Yep, I've done that one. Yeah, Foodbar 499 super chat. Thanks, mate. With Nick getting cramp and Gordon banned for the game on Sunday, this makes total sense. Nick super sub in 20 minutes and the legs will do. We'll see. Crispy says been a member for 1 month. How's your day going, Billy? Mine just starting here in the States. Well, hope you have a great day, or as you people say, have a nice day. Yeah, my day's been great, mate. Been really good. Kieran's been a member for 18 months. I'm thinking a lot of running around with lots of chances, but lackluster up front. Could always happen. Dr. House has been a member for 30 months. Says, hi, Billy. I have a pizza in cans ready for the match away the lads. Sounds like the perfect setup, mate. Magpie 50, £2 super chat. Big Nick on bench as he was cramping up against Wolves. Yeah, that was 5 days ago. Cramp doesn't last that long, does it? But I understand. Louis Lee, £5 super chat away the Toon. Love you, Billy. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Very kind of you to say that, and also for your generosity. It's fan-bloody-tastic. Dave says, I felt deflate when I saw that front three, but they are all due a good performance. Good point. Good point. They are all due a good performance. Certainly Mr. Barnes is. Barnes, though, on the right, on the left, up against Jules Koundé. I don't see him getting much change out of him, if I'm perfectly honest. I really don't. We shall see, though. We can see, but Jules Koundé's a hell of a player. And that's my phone ringing. I will have to mute my phone. Somehow. How do we do it? Probably a better way of doing it than that, but I've done it now. Sorry, folks. And if you heard a little blast of the jam in the background, that's my ringtone. The bitterest pill. Let's hope there's no bitter pill to swallow tonight, eh? Steve says 2 goalkeepers on the bench. We don't seem to be getting anywhere. Most of last season we had 2 goals on the bench. Yes. Ian Fleming has been a member. Oh, hang on, we've got another super chat. We've got 1,000 yen. Medi Gaunts. Just want to see the lads play with intensity and give it a go. We'd still like to see Gordon and Voltamada on at the same time, perhaps second half. Good point. Yeah, that is a good idea. I would like to see that myself. And Ian Fleming's been a member for 37 months. That's Jesus Christ. There's a ghost in here. It's been a member for 37 months in our mod. Evening, Billy, let's get 3 points tonight, or at least not lose. I predicted the draw in the preview show. But you never know, do you? You never know. We might just sneak it. I'd rather us, obviously, to come away with a victory. But a nice victory would be great. I really would. Anyway, we're 8 minutes from kickoff. I'm going to get me TNT up on me tablet. And see what the score is. Yep. Yeah. Noel says the draw is a good result. I agree. I think 2-2 is what's going to happen tonight. But you never know. Leeds FC thinks 2-0 Newcastle. I like coffees in the chat as well. So is Joe. I thought it said Joe. Luke Chapman says, I have my Northampton Town third kit colours, black, pink design, graphic type third. Well, that's very nice to kind of put some black on, mate. Stato's second team, Northampton Town. There you go. I've not been to watch Northampton play for years. Must be honest. Last time I saw them play, they're playing at the cricket ground. That's 30 odd years ago. But there you go. That's me reminiscing. Anyway, Peter Mitchell says Toon Black and White Army. Away the lads. Quickly check that. Nothing going on there. Steve Gotti says Barnes our best chance at a goal. I can't see Gordon or Elanga scoring. John said he'd take a 2-2. Desmond. Dan Kane. Honestly, this and PSG are 3 points. If we get them, it's the other 6 matches that we will decide our fate. That's a fair comment as well. Yeah, that is a fair comment. It's a non-lose. There's no. Yeah, I'm with you. I understand what you're saying. Jack Burns says it's going to be a huge test. Peter Griffin thinks 2-0 Barca. Rise says can't criticise the starting lineup because Eddie hasn't introduced a new siding who has had a handful of training sessions and had cramp. No, I guess not. 3-1 James Taylor thinks to us. The fingers crossed sign from Roadrunner. Judy J's changed her mind from 3-2 to now 2-2. We have 1,955 in. It's not even kickoff yet. But Ruffhead says there's only 488 likes. Takes a second, folks. Just hit that like button. 1 second. Guitar News thinks 3-0 to us. Peter Mitchell saying 3-2. Looking adverts, pay for the channel to watch the channel, making money, show me the flag display. Odd, isn't it? They all seem to do that. They don't do that with Liverpool, mind, do they? They just get them to turn the blue microphones up, don't they? Like they did last night. When they were 2-2 and it went very, very quiet. And then the speakers got turned up to 11. Ember thinks 3-1 Newcastle. Clark thinks 3-2. Mason thinks 3-2. Wes Dog says, evening, Billy, mods and all in chat. Get up, Billy, lad. Yeah, it's going to be a night. Paul says, Hart is saying Toon. Head is saying Barca. Baz W says, history, love to repeat itself, 3-2 Toon. Dave Waller thinks 5-0. Niall says, I'm hoping with that team selection, I'm hopeful, more than confident. And I can certainly get on board with that attitude, mate. I really can. Wes Dog thinks 2-1 to the Toon. Steve says, I want us to win, but I think Barca will be too strong and we lose 3-1. Anthony said, do you not go to any Toon games? Not for a long time, mate. Not for 3 or 4 years. Illness and health is not the best at the minute. So to get up there, it's quite hard. But yeah, it will happen again. It will happen again. 100% it will. I used to enjoy the Midlands games as well when they were down here. Before you had to have tickets to kind of go. Sorry, you had to get your credits. Can't think what it's called. I used to get tickets to go to the Coventry games, and that's a great crack up there in the away end. And the manager of the game in the most kind of enjoyment at Highfield Road as it was then was Ruth Huddit, strange enough. Managed to come to Coventry and beat them 5-1. Fantastic. Anyway, Graham McConnell's been a member for 33 minutes. Hi, Billy. All the best. Thank you very much. Lee says, do you think this team is better than the team 2 years ago? The squad is. I think the team is. To be honest, it's not a lot of difference, really, is that? Just take Alanga out and not a lot of difference. You're swapping Alanga for Isak, really, ain't you? So, squad-wise, definitely. Without a doubt. Ben Nicholson said, Dan Burns share Voltemar to score as well as Lewin Golski and Rafinha. 3-2 to Newcastle. The players are in the lineup. So we are going to go to. We are a couple of minutes away, and the flags are, well, they're resplendent black and white flags and gold flags involved with that as well. And Barca are going to be wearing, well, I have the very pinkiest pink shorts, if I'm perfectly honest. So I'm not sure. Anthony Gordon still has his headband on, although people have told me he'd had a haircut the other day, but he still has that headband on. It looks like, I don't know. It's not the greatest fashion thing in the world, I must say. But they're the lineups, and 4-3-3 as usual for Newcastle United. The referee is well, it says the assistant, so I don't tell me the referee is, but Barcelona are wearing pink, and Ronald Araujo is the Barca captain. But Newcastle United are having a photo taken, I think. Looks like a team photo, while the referee and Ronald Araujo are waiting to do the toss at the centre circle. And Bruno now makes his way over. And exchange of pennants, will it be? Yes, it certainly is. Exchange of pennants. And Barca are wearing a salmon pink type arrangement. And they're playing with Gerard, Kubasi, Araujo, and Koundé as the back four. Then the two in front is Pedri and Frenkie de Jong. And then four in front of them, or three in front of them, Rashford, Firmino, and Rafinha. And Lewandowski on his own up front. And their bench, I can see it better now, is Chesney, Koscielny, Ferran Torres, Christensen, Casado, Olmo, Bernal, Eric Garcia, Thomas. And it went off the screen before I could finish it. Yes, he may have had his haircut, but he's got one of them grease back jobbies. Looks a bit like Rob C. Nesbitt. I'm very honest. And Newcastle are going to go into a huddle. As are Barcelona, to be fair. So, looks like Newcastle are attacking the Leeds' first half. The huddle has been extra long. And the Newcastle fans are in full voice, eagerly anticipating this clash. And it will be Barcelona, in fact, who will get us underway. So if you want to sync your clocks. We're off. We're off. Long ball goes forward, looking for Rashford on the far side, cleared from Cher. Alanga is beaten to it and it's cleared forward. Headed up in the air by Araujo. Doesn't get to Alanga and there's a push from Trippier, but Bruno tidies up, gives it to Cher. Long ball. Trying to get, is that Gordon or Barnes? I think it's Barnes, actually. And then there's a press, a ferocious press, and nearly worked on Garcia. Managed to get her away. It's a poor clearance, and now Newcastle can come in the box here. Good strength from the Barcelona defender there. Will be a goal kick. The ball came in looking for Gordon. He was well strengthened off it. It's Barnes, in fact. It's Barnes who's playing more centrally, strangely enough. But good cover from Araujo. Eased him off the ball and out of play for a goal kick. But the press was ferocious from Newcastle, and they did kind of succumb to it, really. Lewandowski wins the ball in the air ahead of, I think it was Cher. Bruno takes control of the ball, goes back to Trippier. Trippier hasn't got a lot of time on it, but plays a poor ball that Alanga was on his bike for. They didn't get there. Now Barca through the middle. Wide it comes to Rafinha. But up against, it is Rafinha. Got a ponytail. Pedri trying to curve one in. It's gone wide and not very handsome from, actually it was Fermin. And it goes out for a goal kick. There's Mr. Flick. Will be a goal kick to Newcastle United. Been a very even first couple of minutes. Obvious that the press is pushing the back there, and Newcastle win a free kick. Foul on Joe Linton. For pushing the back, and Newcastle will have a free kick just maybe 10 yards inside the Barcelona half on the left-hand side. And I think Fabian Scher's come across to take off. Kieran Trippier is come across to take it, and we'll be aiming for the big fellow. Marcus Rashford's marking Dan Burn at the precise moment in time in the box. Kieran Trippier's got his arm up, looking for ball in. Wants a Newcastle head. It falls to Dan Burn's feet. He gets a crossing. Cleared up. Bit panicky from the Barca defence. They will be able to get rid of it now. Tackle comes in, and it will be a throw-in. It was Rashford on the counter, but it was well tackled by Toon Army. And it will be a throw-in to Barcelona. Halfway through their half on the left-hand side. There's Mr. Voltemad on the bench, chewing gum. Will be a throw-in from Gerrard. On the far side, Gerrard Martins. There's a bit of a discussion going on with the referee, Joe Linton and Frankie de Jong. But the play is about to resume. The Barca throw-in. Taken. Lots and lots of pressure on this. Back, it's going to go to the keeper. And here comes the pressure. Oh, nearly. Very nearly. They got away with that with the skin of their teeth. Tackle comes in for Milanga. It's going to box them in there by the corner flag. Brilliant pressure. This is why we're not playing Voltemada and we are playing Gordon, Alanga and Barnes, because the press has been ferocious so far. This time it's not so much, and Barcelona can come away. Koundé. Down the line he goes to Rafinha. First time ball, sweeping it across the pitch, only falls to Trippier. Trippier then plays it back for Cher. First time ball looking for Anthony Gordon, and Koundé just clears it for throwing to Newcastle, which is taken by Livramento. Joe Linton, Livramento. Poor touch from Joe Linton, actually, and played Livramento into trouble. Rafinha cuts inside Livramento, cuts inside Tonali, cut out by Bruno. Well played that from Newcastle. But unfortunately, they couldn't capitalise on it. Here's Livramento again. Now it's with Bruno Guimaraes. Ball through for that's Trippier on the right. Further right to Alanga. Up against Gerrard. He's got pace. He goes past him. He goes good looking for cross. Oh, and Anthony Gordon. Was it? Or was it Harvey Barnes? It was Gordon. Missed his kick in front of goal and should have scored, but totally airballed it on the 6-yard line. Unreal. Great play from Alanga to set him up. But Gordon airballing it on the 6-yard box. We've only had the goalkeeper to beat, but he didn't beat him because he didn't even manage to get a kick on the ball. Unbelievable. But great play from Elanga. Good move from Newcastle, that. And I think we can see how this is going to play for Newcastle anyway. Though. They want to put the pace in, put the press in. Pressure on Koundé. Back it goes to Araujo. Araujo goes square. Down the line, looking for Rashford. Rashford having to come all the way back, using strength to get Elanga off. And Gordon gets a foot in. Now, Gordon has gone central, by the way. He spent the first 10 minutes playing as a left winger with Barnes in the middle. I wish Barnes had been there then. He'd have probably scored. Great play from Elanga to get past the brilliant cross. And Anthony Gordon just didn't anticipate it coming. He just got there too late. But he swung it too late, I should say. He swung at it when it was 2 yards past him. Should have scored. Would have been a great start for Newcastle. Anyway, Bruno's won it. Joe Linton. Bruno, good play. Ball looking through. He's in here, Barnes! Oh, great save, keeper. Might be offside. I think it is offside. It is offside. And he is offside, yeah. A good keeping from Garcia to keep him out. I have to say. So it will be a free kick to Barcelona, which the keeper will take. And Newcastle do have to stand 10 yards away this time, so the press is not going to be as quick, but they're attempting it. They're trying to get on Garcia. They're not getting anywhere fast here, Barcelona. Elanga gets a foot in. And now it's with Gordon. And now Elanga, good play this from Newcastle. Won the ball very deep in the Barcelona half. But in the end, it's going to be a throw to Newcastle by the halfway line. And there's Tino Asprilla in the stands. Very smartly dressed. His share. Back to Nick Pope. Nick Pope's going to kick it first time, long. Down the middle to nobody in particular. Headed away from the Barcelona defence. Onto the chest of Joe Linton. Well played from him. Now Livramento. Will be a throw to Newcastle off Jules Koundé. Taken quickly. Burn. Now Fabian Schär. Ball through the middle. It's with a 1-2. It's good play this from Newcastle. Barnes. Good save. It's going into the far corner. Not quite enough purchase on it. Not quite enough purchase on it. Got a little bit of a deflection. And Garcia managed to get a touch to it. Great little turn from Rashford there. Has gone past Trippier and has acres of space to run into. Rashford going towards the box. Got Schär to go to. Rashford! Wide. Very potent run from Marcus Rashford, though. Not the sort of thing he was doing at Manchester United or even at Villa Park, to be fair. But he got past Trippier. Trippier was never going to catch him. Schär's trying to get across there. Give him a bit of a step over. Trying to do a step over. They lost control of it, really, and then scuffed it wide. Yeah. Been a very exciting first 10 minutes, though. On clearance. Flicked on. Barcelona are going to take control of the ball, but it's a throw into Newcastle. Right-hand side. Trippier will take it. Eddie Howe's got his precious notebook. Tonali. Back to Burn. Now Schär. Schär goes back to Pope. Pope taking time here. That's a nice little pass, that, out to Livramento. He's not got all day to control it, but he does. Takes a good pass, too, to Joe Linton. Probably should have come inside there, but he was robbed by Koundé, I believe it was. Might have been Araujo. Now Barcelona on the counter. Rafinha. This is dangerous. Poor pass from Rafinha straight into the arms of Nick Pope. Not quite firing on all cylinders yet. Barca attack, I have to say. Thank God. Long ball looking for the pace of Gordon here, up against Kubasi. Kubasi wins it in the air and nods it back to the keeper. Good defending that. And Gordon tumbled to the floor. Not really had much of a look at it. He's not had a haircut. If he's had a haircut, he wants to go back to the barber and sue him. Looks like Dougal. Anyway, foul there from Tonali, which is advantage is played. It's with Rafinha. Cuts inside, Joe Linton gets a foot on it. Brazilian on Brazilian action there. And it will go out for a throw-in. Yeah, I think Tonali was a little bit late there on Pedri. But Newcastle do win the ball back. Back to Nick Pope it goes. Long clearance, looking for Livermento's pushed in the back. Ref doesn't give anything. And it's Fabian Schär that nods it forward, looking for Bruno. And this time there was a free kick. It's a foul on Livermento, head injury. And we're going to have a little bit of a stoppage. So while we have that, we'll do a couple of super chats, which have come in the meantime. Graham McConnell, 33, all the best, he says. Thank you very much. 33 months, he's been a member. Magpie, £52 super chat. Will be a good game. Big games are back at SJP, and indeed they are. And Dan Robinson with a £2 super chat. I'm so tense I could eat coal and shit diamonds. Love it. Fantastic. Yes, absolutely full house. Not a spot to be had. No Scottish school children in there either, I don't think. So it's all good. There are a few half and half scarves, though, I can see. Being worn, either, not just taken home. And Livermento's going to have to go off for obviously 30 seconds. Got a real bash in the back of the head, and I'm amazed the ref didn't give a free kick for it. It's going to be a drop ball. Which the ref's going to drop to Bruno. Lewandowski's coming. Not even put any pressure on. Fair play to. And we can continue with play. Schär, long ball. Way over hit into the arms of Garcia. He actually controls it, then picks it up and then bowls it out. Does he? He's still got it in his hands. There's a time limit here. He's had it in his hands for a while and he bowls it out to Koundé in the end. Pressure on him. And it's good pressure. And I think it came in from... Is that Livermento's back on the pitch? May well be. Aerial ball across pitch, a dangerous one. Jump for Milanga. Ball in then for Joe Linton. Milanga! Ooh, falls on his far side. Who's got it? Who's that? Cross comes in. Now it's with Barnes. Or was it Gordon? Maybe Gordon. It was Barnes, I thought it was. It's a corner ball to Newcastle. Quite lucky there. A little ricochet took it away from Milanga as he was going through. Then it fell on the far side where Trippier was. It was Bruno. He spotted Harvey Barnes. Barnes was never getting past Koundé, and it was deflected off him for a corner kick. Dan Burn being marked here by Araujo. And the Newcastle fans are happy. Trippier's going to take this corner kick. Takes it short. We'll get it back. Hits it with his left foot. What waste on doing that? But it has gone out for another corner, I believe. Or does the ref not give it? No, the ref's not give it. Yes, he has. Corner ball again. No point trying to give Kieran Trippier a cross on his left foot. Makes no sense whatsoever. Poor corner. Lots of jostling in the box. Joe Linton's getting involved. Here comes the corner. Again, it's short. Going to give it him back. Right foot crosses time. Too close to the goalkeeper. And Garcia catches easily. Two very poor corners. Awful corners, I have to say. Here's Jules Koundé for Barcelona. De Jong. Back to Araujo, the Barcelona captain. Runs past Joe Linton with ease and plays a lovely ball out to the far side where Rashford awaits it. Takes it down his chest, lays it back to Gerard Martins. Inside then to Pedri. Now De Jong. Now it's with Kubasi and now Araujo. Further down for Jules Koundé, the right back. Back in then to Pedri. Now Kubasi, again, he's a little bit more advanced now, goes back to the captain. Every outfield player of Barcelona is now in the Newcastle half. Well, it is now, because Kubasi's just gone in here. Here's Kubasi. Newcastle, well, it's in the 4-5-1 shape again. Header away from Cher, there's no one forward, so Araujo's got all the time in the world to take it down. Pick a pass out, gives it to Pedri. Now Kubasi. Long period of Barcelona possession here. Koundé. Presto. But turns. Does well. Gives it to Rafinha. Rafinha looking for a ball, looking for Lewandowski. Dan Burns got, that's a foul there, ref. But Newcastle, I thought it was a foul there, but there's a player down injured because he's gone catapulting over the top of Gordon. Great stretch there from Bird. I don't know where it's going to land. It's going to land in the box, and Livermento's going to have to win this. He doesn't. He's out-strengthened by Lewandowski. Rafinha. Back to Koundé. Now De Jong. Further back to Kubasi. Everyone's in the half now for Newcastle, for Barcelona. Here's Pedri. Now Frenkie de Jong. Very patient from Barcelona. This again, it's a 4-5-1 defensive setup for Newcastle United. No press from the one though, which is, well, he's gone and stood in between the passing lanes now. So Barca do, well, they're just really just moving the ball from one side of the pitch to the other, trying to find a way in. Ball comes in there. It's a good ball. Firm in. Cross comes in. It's too close to Pope. No, it isn't. Oh, falls for Rafinha. Blasts it over the bar. May have been Koundé, in fact, with this shot. Lewandowski took a smack in the mouth there. Almost got there before Pope. That was dangerous. Pope did come out for it, but Lewandowski, well, they've got that at the same time. I guess you can say Pope did well there. Punched the ball. Did well, yeah. He punched it off Lewandowski's head. And Lewandowski's feeling his head now, and I think he has a cut mouth also. But the shot from Koundé after that, Interesting. Trippier takes the goal kick. Chested down by Joe Linton, who's fouled by Frenkie de Jong, and there'll be a free kick to Newcastle just short of the halfway line. Joey Nippen took this game at a minute. Could go either way, I have to say. There's more structure to Barcelona's attacking. Ours is very much more all about the pace and the counter-attack. I'd like to see Alango on the ball more because he looks like he's got the measure of Martins on the far side. Bruno has it in a minute, and we'll win a throw-in. Tackle coming in from Pedri. Trippier will take the throw-in. Looking for Gordon. Great turn from Gordon. He went straight into a Barcelona player. I don't think that's a free kick, actually. I'm not sure what the defender was supposed to do, Kubasi. Gordon's turned and ran straight into him, and he's standing in a yard behind him. Has no idea what he's going to do. But Gordon just won a free kick. Well, Trippier and Alango over this free kick. I mean, Trippier's actual deliveries of things today have been, from set pieces, any dead ball situations, have been absolutely shocking. But looks like we're going to take this. Burner show in the box. Cross comes in. and it's headed away. Livramento has to get there. Poor header from him. And now it's a foot race, and Trippier does really well to cover. Pope will have to come out and play that. Well played from Kieran Trippier. That really great cover. Great defensive play. To beat Rashford to it as well. I think actually there's a free kick to Newcastle. But a red card at the Etihad, the Napoli right back, Di Lorenzo, has been sent off in the 21st minute. Not that we give a shit, but there we go. Again, it's going to be a long, long ball down the field. Dan Burns gone and stood up against Ronald Araujo. And Fabian shares on Kubasi. So, yeah, what is this? Looks like going to be a long clearance. Looking for a Newcastle head. Doesn't find one because Araujo beats Burn in the air. And it's cleared down the pitch. And it's one-on-one here. Lewandowski against Trippier. Which Trippier does really well. And, well, slices it out of play. But, in fact, it was Tonali. Araujo into Pedri. First time ball's cut out. And then Barnes plays it inside. Little touch from Bruno's lovely. Wide it goes to Alanga. One-on-one here. Alanga, can he cut inside and get a shot in? Goes on the outside. It's a great tackle from the left back. Probably should have come inside then. Had he done, I think he was in. Long ball down the line, which Trippier cuts out. And head nods it further forward. Bruno. Poor head of that. But it does go back to the Barcelona centre-backs. And it's laid back to the keeper, Joan Garcia. And there's no press at this precise moment in time, 22 minutes in. And Barcelona can get the ball away quite comfortably. They look scared when they get pressed. But at this precise moment, the ball has fallen for Rafinha. Now Rashford's got space to run into. Rashford just about to go in the penalty box, going against Trippier. Tries to play Rafinha in, good block from Trippier. Joe Linton's pissing about in the 6-yard box. And in the end, just scuffs it out. Although Rashford keeps it in. And plays it back to Gerrard. Now it's with Pedri. Now Firmin. And now Kubasi back to Araujo. Has Koundé wide on the right-hand side if he wants to use it, but goes back to Pedri. Pedri plays the ball to the wide side where... Is that Rashford out there? I think it is, going up against Trippier. Trippier takes it off him, like taking candy from a baby, that. And plays the ball down the line. Where Bruno's in. He can't play it to Gordon, he's offside. But he can give it Alanga. Alanga's got the pace to burn. Alanga's now going into the box. Goes to the far post. Barnes! What a save, Garcia! Has to score there. Fantastic play that from Alanga and Bruno. But Hardy Barnes has to score there, but the keeper's made a miraculous save. Corner's been taken quickly. Livramento. And that's off the Barca phone for a throw to Newcastle. What a save from Garcia, but what a move from Newcastle. Gordon ran offside, so Bruno had to delay the pass. Did do so, and then he sets Alanga through. Brilliant bit of play from Bruno. Now, Alanga's then gone the right wing going in. Cross comes in, sees Barnes' far post. Barnes does all he can really. Gets it on target, hits it low. And then there's the keeper who's catapulted himself across and gets a parry on it to take it out for a corner. Outstanding goalkeeper, but what a great move from Newcastle United. Superb. And Alanga started the game fantastically well. It's a throw to Newcastle. It's going to be a long one. And Tino's going to take it. What Barnes needed to do there was get it to the other side of the goal, but he couldn't do it. Flick comes on, looking for Newcastle. Tonali tries to get a foot in, but can't. And Barnes can bring it away. Good cover, though. There's a free kick to Barcelona that the referee spotted on the edge of the area. But brilliant from Alanga there. Great spot. I think if Barnes had gone cross goal, I think the defender's getting his foot to it anyway. So, not really I can't really say that's a miss. It's a good save. It's a good save. Anyway, Barcelona on the attack now, and it's Rafinha in behind Livramento here. Livramento gets a foot in. Will be a corner ball. Good defended from Livramento. Barcelona have sent some big guns forward here. Corner comes in. It's very deep to the far post. They've still got it, Barcelona. Shares pressing Araujo, but back he goes. Pressure coming in on the ball there, but it's given away. And now there's... Oh. Well, Livermento's in down injured there. Will he get a free kick? I'm not sure he will. Bruno's asked for one. It was a foul from Rashford, in fact, because Tino's on his way then. I don't think it's a foul. I think he's got the ball. It's off Livramento for a throw-in. I think it's going to be a throw-in to Barca, and I think Livramento's fell a bit funny. Back to his feet anyway, so it's all good. It's a great chance this for Barnes. It really is. But, I mean, it's good defending from Koundé, because I think if he gets it across the other side of the goal, he blocks it. So he has to go near post. That's a foul, referee. Foul on Livramento again. They're finding Tino out, and he's in the ward, isn't he? So I think Barnes had to go near post, and the keeper made a good save. 2 attempts, one on target for Newcastle, 3 attempts, none on target for Barca. Pull that from Joe Limpton. There's a foul again on Tonali this time, and Barca are starting to get a little bit dirty, I have to say. Foul there from Firmin. Starting to get a bit physical, the old Catalonians. And Joe Limpton's overrun that, but luckily enough it falls to Dan Burn. Goes to Cher, he's getting a bit of pressure. And Cher has a fantastic pass. Joe Limpton, he's on the side, I'm not sure he is. He's overhit it anyway, the keeper has it. Been an enthralling almost half an hour of football, I have to say. It's been a fantastic game, some great football. Newcastle definitely holding their own. La 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 la. I try. And it's sort of moment in time. I've got a bit of a technical problem, I have to say, which ain't great. Usually, there should be another option somewhere. Praise him, praise him. This ain't good. This ain't good at all, folks. They've lost their pictures. Back again. Thank God for that. And the ball is back with... I can't get the sound off. There we go. We're back in. Barcelona needs... Long ball through the middle. Looking for Rafinha, but Berg gets a lovely little header down. Livramento. And poor pass from him gives it away. Sal's Tonali short, and Barca's on the attack now. That's a really bad pass, though. And another one from Trippier, but then there's a great one from Bruno Guimaraes. Alang's on the run again. Araujo comes to cover. But that's a great ball, but great defending from Koundé. Can only clear it to Alanga again. Alanga's having a problem here. Having a storming game. Bruno. Back into Alanga. Brilliant from Bruno. Alanga crosses it. Gonna fall. No, it isn't. Now Barnes on the left-hand side. First touch ain't great. Gets across it. It's too close to the goalkeeper. And once again, Barnes lets us down there. But Alanga's got that side on toast. His pace is causing all sorts. It's a great ball. Great defending from Koundé. Gordon should have run across. Was it Gordon or was it Barnes? I think it was Barnes, but now it's with Rashford at the other end of the pitch. And once again, we've got technical difficulties. Christ almighty. It's all you need on a European night. Just got rid of it once. We're back in again, I think. No, we're not. Looks like one of the cameras is down, folks, at the getting the ground. Which ain't good. Which ain't good at all. Back in again now. Every time the ball switches to the attack, when Barcelona on the attack, the cameras go dodgy. Look, it's blurred like the bloke, like someone's pissed up. Anyway, it's going to be a Nick Pope goal kick. That's all I can say. Long he goes to the left-hand side, where Joe Linton's up against Pedri. It's De Jong, in fact. Joe Linton and De Jong having a right old scrap. Here's Koundé. Ball for the middle. Lewandowski's fouled. Ref plays advantage and then comes back for the foul on Lewandowski from Cher. And I think Cher may get himself booked here. Lewandowski's telling the referee that's his third time. He got there as quick as he could, but he was that late he almost caught him in the shower. Big Bob saying he's been caught 4 times. He's got a smile on his face. Had a smack in the mouth, by the way. There will be a free kick to Barcelona, halfway inside the Newcastle United half. Pretty central. It's been taken short. Pedri looking to the far post where Rashford is. Rashford wins it in the air over Trippier, but it's nodded away from Bruno. Good play that from Kubasi. It wasn't Kubasi, it was Pedri, of course it was. Now Koundé, now Pedri again. He's been pressured. Kubasi's gone back. Is that down on the floor? I think Eddie may be down injured. And the ball's gone out of play so he can get some treatment. Here's Captain Eddie Howe holding his stomach or his groin. Did he get the ball in the groin? He got the merest of elbows in the stomach as Trippier tried to propel himself up, and Araujo looks like he's been hit by a cannonball in the stomach. William says, am I aware J7 was booked 28th minute? No, because that's when the cameras went off. Thank you for telling me. Not that it matters, because I'm not putting bookings up on the screen anyway, so. Ball is with the left back of Barca, goes past Elanga with ease. Ball comes in for Lewandowski. Good hold-up play from him. Plays it back to Pedri. Pedri comes down to Koundé and Rafinha further wide. Causes lots of problems in that area when he played for Leeds, of course. I remember a goal he scored past Cardalo with a curling shot that Cardalo just watched go in the net. Didn't even attempt to save it. And it would even hit hard. Anyway, here's Barcelona only tapped the far side of the pitch. Rashford goes back to Pedri, and now it's with De Jong. Here's Pedri again, central, looking for a ball for the middle, finds one, nice little touch. Burns alive to it, doesn't get a good clearance to it though. Just fall for Lewandowski, great block coming in. This time it was from Toon Army. May have been Cher. Ball's wide with Rashford. Just looks for a cross, flicked on by Cher. Goes all the way across goal, and it will still fall for Barcelona with Frankie de Jong. Good ball in for Rashford there. Rashford cuts inside, looking for a ball across. Trying to be too intricate. Barca again, that could be offside, but it's not at the minute. Deflected. It's very panic stations here for Newcastle United. In the end, looks like it's Araujo's put the ball wide. Lots of sustained pressure there for Barcelona. Newcastle just couldn't seem to get the ball away. Every ricochet went Barcelona's way, and in the end, it ended up with a shot for Araujo. He's gone for a spectacular volley. May have come off Trippier. But I think they've given a goal kick. The cameras are on Araujo, so no, it's on Rafinha. It is a goal kick, and Fabian Schär's taken it long. Bit of air on it. Harvey Barnes up against Koundé. I didn't think he'd get a lot of change out of him tonight. Here's Barnes again. Flicks it inside, looking for Gordon. It's cut out. Good tackle from Joe Linton. Koundé allows it to go out for throwing, and it will be a throw to Barca in their defensive third. Just midfield third, really, just the beginning of it. Which Jules Koundé will take. Poor throw in that, and it's gone out for throwing to Newcastle. Pedri and Koundé having a bit of a miscommunication with each other there. The ball went back into touch, and now it's a throw to Newcastle, which Livramento takes. Now Tonali. Square to Bruno. Bruno's lost out there too, and this could be dangerous for Newcastle. It's Lewandowski. Bruno's trying to get goal side of him. He lays it off. Joelinton's also gotten goal side, and it's with Firmin. Now Frankie de Jong. Pedri. Further wide then to Koundé. He's got a bit of space to get across in. Tries to get across in. Cleared from Dan Burn. Newcastle on the back foot a little bit here, folks. I have to say it's worryingly. Barcelona seems to have a little bit of seems to be on top a little bit here. Borders with Pedri. And it's Frankie de Jong, sorry. Now Pedri, yes. Just coming out the centre circle further towards the Newcastle goal. Pedri goes wide, where willing receiver is Jules Koundé. It's actually Rafinha. Koundé's gone outside him. Total dominant possession-wise here, Barca. It's very worrying. Newcastle seem to have tired a little bit. Frankie de Jong plays it square to Pedri. Feigns to pass to the right, cuts inside, then goes, nice little ball in, and now it's with de Jong, Rashford in the box. Rashford going past Trippier. Rashford, great block coming in. Nearly went in for an own goal there, but it's that one out of play. But well, he's lost out there. Stupid that from Livramento. I thought the ball went out of play a couple of times. Anyway, Barca have it on the edge of the area. Rafinha. Definitely on top here, Barca. Definitely the foul ever from Joe Linton. On Rafinha. Like I said, they're saying it's Bruno. It looked like Joe Linton to me. The ref give it straight away. It's going to be a dangerous free kick to give away here. And it's about 22 yards from goal. Right hand side, suits the left foot. Very. Rafinha's gone down like a sack of spuds there. It is Bruno just brushed against his shoulder, really. And he's gone down like a sack of spuds, but it's a free kick, very dangerous area. Suits a left footer. So it will suit Rafinha. And it's Rafinha indeed who is lining this up. Nick Pope's going to have to be alert here. He's got a 3-man wall, looks like. I'd want 4 here. But it's 3 plus the Barcelona. The shot comes in, it's over the bar, into the Gallagher, and it will be a goal kick. Last 10 minutes has been a very, very, very iffy 10 minutes for Newcastle United, I have to say. And we look tired. And at the minute, it's kind of don't look like we're up for it, which is strange. The fans are trying to get them going. The fans are definitely up for it. The players are kind of wandering around, chatting to each other. That kind of... Yeah, it's interesting. Pope goes long, but this is just going to be eaten up by a Barca defender. I imagine it does. Now Schär gets a knock in. Tonali plays it wide for Barnes. Now Barnes can go one-on-one with Koundé. Cuts inside. Ball in behind, looking for the run of Livramento. He's very advanced. And it's going to be a corner ball. I thought it was a goal kick, but it's given a corner. Koundé got a foot in on Harvey Barnes. It will be a corner. Yeah, nice bit of play that from Livramento, but I thought it was a goal kick, but never mind. The ref didn't, and it will be a corner. And of course, the usual suspects are all in there. The ref's going to have his problems cut out here. He really is. He's having a word with Lewandowski, Byrne, the keeper. It's like WWE in there. Anyhow, Trippier's corner comes in looking for a Newcastle head. Garcia comes out and fists it away, and the clearance is completed. Here's Tino Livramento, long ball, looking for Byrne in the air. Gets it too. Can Joe Linton get there? He can. Is there an offside flag? No, the play on. It's a Langa. Share with a crossing is that's crap. And it's going to fall for Livramento. Lofts it forward. That's poor as well. Is it? Here you go. It might not be. It might work out nicely. Until Dan Byrne gets his foot to it and the linesman decides to put his flag up from offside. $2,500 people in. Great to have you with us on Matchday Live here. Champions League Matchday Live, in fact. Newcastle holding Barcelona. It's 0-0. 42 minutes have gone. Barcelona on the attack. With Rafinha. Ball goes down the line. It's a good one too. Is Fermin. Good interception from Livramento. Indeed, is it Livramento? It might be Tonali. It is. Brilliant from him. Here's Bruno. Further wide to Trippier. He has Alanga wider still. Alanga going up against Gerrard. Cuts inside. Punch it back to where Bruno is. Cross is a bit overhit, but it still might fall for Barnes. It does. It's Gordon, in fact. Gordon finally gets it under control. Going at Koundé, goes down the line, gets a cross in, corner ball. Bit better that for Newcastle. We don't seem to be creating much from set pieces, though. Alanga's taking the corners now, which is that one's a bit better. It's a good one coming in. Looking for Newcastle head. Doesn't find one. It's headed away. Livramento. Well, everyone's offside there, so there's no... I don't know what he was doing there. That was ridiculous. And it's into the arms of Garcia, who slings it across the penalty box into the path of Jules Koundé. Bit of keep ball with De Jong and Fermin. Kubasi. Into Rashford. Now it's with Pedri. Again with Rashford. Little 1-2. Back to Pedri. Wide it goes then to Gerrard. Further back to Kubasi. And Barca playing a bit of keep ball here. De Jong. Pedri. Starting to come forward here. This time Newcastle do win the ball back. With Joe Linton to Bruno. Ooh, that's a nasty one. By Kubasi. And that's a yellow card. It has to be. All day, every day. Yeah, that's a poor one. That should be a yellow card. I'm not sure it is. Doesn't get anywhere near the ball and takes Bruno down. He has been yellowed. It's Gerard Martin, in fact. 2 minutes of added on time that we will have to put up. Bruno's still that injured, by the way, folks. I'm not sure there's much in it, but he's getting a bit of a drink, and I think he's going to have to go off for 30 seconds anyway. That'll be near enough to take him to the end of the first half. Anyhow, interesting that Gerrard has a yellow card now, because he's been the most under pressure Barca player there's been, because Alanga's really had a go at him. And second half, we should be giving Alanga the ball at every single opportunity to go at him. Got to be said. Anyhow, it will be a free kick, but I think Bruno's toddled off the pitch to have his 30 seconds off. And Nick Pope's going to take the free kick, sorry. Looking for Burn header, doesn't get one, and it's going to be clear from Barca. But we are 10 men at the minute, and will this fall for Gordon? No, it doesn't. It falls for Koundé, who's been astonishing first half, really. Gets a clearance in. Burn takes him late, and the ref saw it too. And Koundé is holding his shin and his ankle and everything else. He's not on the pitch, so the game can carry on. Yellow card for Dan Burn. Yellow card for Dan Burn. And is it worth one? I guess so. Two minutes are up, but we've played about a minute of the 2 minutes so far because we've had two injuries, one to Koundé and one to Bruno. Koundé can hardly walk. I mean, it's nearly half time. They'll surely keep him on until the end of the first half. You can't go back on anyway, mate. You're off the pitch. But he's hobbling back on the pitch, and the refs seemingly allowing him to. Very strange. And in a minute, some football's going to break out. Garcia takes the goal kick. Long. Burn wins it in the air, nods it out. It's going to be a throw in. That should be about it for half time, I imagine. Still continuing. Barca go back to the keeper again. And that is half time, folks. 0-0. It's been an excellent first half. Very exciting. Two clashes of styles, which have seemingly made for each other. Newcastle lacking a little bit of cutting edge, but Anthony Elanga, he looks the business. I'm going to pay a visit to the lavatory after I've reset the scoreboards. And I shall be back with you in about 2 minutes' time. Talk amongst yourselves, folks, and I'll come back and we'll leave some comments. Fully relieved. Once bladder was emptied. Yeah, it's been an excellent first half, and I think with a proper centre forward on the pitch, we'd probably be leading now, if I'm perfectly honest. Ilanga's created so much. Been astonishing. He's had the best Newcastle 45 minutes he's had. Absolutely no doubt about it. Barnes maybe should have scored. Gordon certainly should have. Midfield, it's been pretty tight between the two. Of course, there's some players there for Barcelona, but I think our lads have held their own. Absolutely. Trippier's been okay, although Rashford looks pretty dangerous, I've got to say as well. So it's been a good game of football. There's not been any clear-cut chances for them, and yet I think we had one or two, and everything's come from Elanga. But it's been a really good game of football. Let's have a look at some super chats. Yes. What we got? Yanis, he has a €5 super chat. Greetings from Berlin, stroke Germany. I hope Barca loses. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Yanis. Really appreciate that. Very kind of you, sir. So, what's people's opinion? What should we do now? Do we stick or do we twist? Do we twist and bring a striker on? Well, I think we could. People are saying put Gordon on the left and Volkswagen through the middle. Yeah, maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's the answer. Beyond all, saying Isaac 3 Barca 0. I have to say, if he was playing, I think he'd scored so far. It's this precise minute. But we'll see. We'll see. Eddie Howe. I mean, let's be honest. We're playing Barcelona here. Where is Porter's Ben Southwell? Well, he's probably in the Leeds end, 2 or 3 rows up from the bottom. A lot of people are saying twist, get Volkswagen on. I'm not sure. I think the pace is the first 10 minutes of the second half. I think the pace and the press will be back on again. Then maybe make your changes. But use the pace first, because they look really dangerous. We looked really dangerous when we were pressing them. They didn't like it at all. They gave the ball away in the defensive, not even the defensive third, just outside the area, on maybe 2 or 3 occasions. And the fact we didn't take advantage of that was more our fault than theirs. Yeah, there we go. So I think we keep the pace on for at least 10 minutes. And then make the changes. What about J7? He's on the yellow. Yeah, so Dan Burn, of course. But the most crucial one is their left back. I mean, Elanga's been going at him. He didn't even get booked for kicking him. He kicked Bruno. So we need to give Elanga the ball as much as possible and run at him. That has to be Eddie's big thing in this for this team talk. Everything must be guided towards Elanga on that right-hand side to go at their left back. Gerard Martin, who's on a yellow card, and maybe Flick will counteract that by subbing him at half time. I don't know. And in fact, I wouldn't mind swapping Burn at half time, bringing Botman on. But I don't want a red card, an unnecessary red card. Just seeing the red card that Napoli got. Yeah, I guess it is. It's last man. It's a last man job, but the players missed the ball by that much. Haaland. Yeah, Haaland was clean through, and they've taken De Bruyne off. They took De Bruyne off to make the change, Napoli. Wayne says, Cyber Gordon is doing fuck all to press. And how did he not? Well, he did press in the first 10, 15 minutes, as I said. It's the pace. It's what they're scared of the pace. I don't think Harvey Barnes contributes. I think Koundé's got him in his pocket because he hasn't got pace. Well, not as much pace as what Gordon has. I think Gordon went down the outside of him near the end of the first half and got a corner. Well, he defended it, but still, it was a different kind of attacking thing, wasn't it? And I'm not sure Barnes has got that. Barnes is more predictable. Jack says Gordon looks knackered. Yeah, I guess he does. He needs to get rid of that hairband. I agree with James Cutting. That's a great name for someone commenting about hair. James cutting. His hairband is horrific and he needs hair cutting. But everyone's saying about Elanga, yeah, he's been brilliant. He certainly has been. There's 2,400 of you in. A lot of people at the game as well. That's a lot of our audience. So we're doing really well tonight. And if you could take a second out of your time just to click that thumbs up button, would be really helpful. Would be really helpful. And if you want to comment and you'll get, if you want to comment and you enjoy the chat, hit the subscribe button too. Anyhow, we've got some super chats to talk about. Calvin's with a £2 super chat. Gordon and Burnoff. Voltamada and Botman on. And Dylan Richard with the $4.99. Even Billy, glass of wine in hand, electric game, nothing tops it. Definitely need Voltamada on as Gordon has no presence up front. Stick him on the left. Especially as we need Barnes to have to play Sunday, isn't he? So, yeah, I mean, that's why I keep Gordon on. But I'll put him down the left, like you said. Peter Garth went the £5 super chat. Should have started Voltamada. We would have been winning with his quality. Well, you can't say that, but I think we would have been better off with a proper centre forward. I think he would have scored that chance that Gordon had. Whether he'd have been in that area to knock it in, I don't know. But we will see. Jack says, what do you think, Billy? How do you think we'll change it? I don't think he'll change anything for the first 10, 15 minutes. And then I think we'll see Voltamada then. Maybe I'll get Burnoff now. Because if he's having to go and cover for Livramento with Rafinha down there, we know Rafinha likes to eat grass, doesn't he? You know, he likes to fall over. So maybe I'll get Burnoff now. And Joe Linton also. Joe Linton's also on an injury, isn't he? So on a yellow. So I'll keep him on for a little bit. Absolutely, I would. Levis Slater said, can I have a shout out? Yes, Levis, there you go. You've had a shout out. And welcome to the channel. A lot of people are criticising Barnes and a lot of people are criticising Gordon. Andrew D says Voltamada at Eddie Howe. Dan Burnett. Yeah, I think Dan Burnett has to come off. I'll do honestly at some point because Rafinha's a clever little so-and-so. And he will definitely want to get himself close and personal with Dan Burn. Obviously, he's got more pace in him. And the slightest nick might get him sent off. Let's just say that. Abhishek says, people saying Gordon to left. Should not forget Gordon has been shot there for a while. Well, he's not because he hasn't played for a while. It was okay for England in the week. Yes. KP Butler, hand-drawn pencil art by B. Love you, Billy. Let's smash this match. Absolutely. We need to get... I mean, I'll be happy with the draw, I have to say. I honestly would. I think it's a massive point if we can get it. Obviously, I prefer 3, but I don't know what people are moaning for. To be honest, we're holding Barcelona. They were one of the best sides in the world. So Scott says Hall at left back would add some threat with Gordon. Big Nick would have scored. Get him on. Willock on for J7. Botman for Burn. Uncle Bud Scott says Botman for Burn might be a good idea at some point and a half. Good point. Yeah, definitely. No doubt about that. And Muzzy says Gordon is a striker and is playing out of position. That is correct. Troll says shout out to Levis or Levi's. David Awasimina says Barnes needs to be in the reserves and practice finishing. He keeps missing hitting them. I don't blame him for the chance he had because when I looked at it the second time, Koundé come inside and he kind of covered the shot to the far post. He would have blocked it. So he's got to go near post. I mean, he got a decent enough contact on it. It's just you've got to give the keeper credit there. So I don't really blame Barnes for that. But he's not done an awful lot apart from that, has he? Although he hasn't done an air shot off the 6-yard line, which Anthony Gordon certainly has. Which Toon Guru 09 says there, Gordon miss was worse than Barnes' Yeah, it was. I think it was. Poker Pate says after all the Trippier negativity, turns out Tino is the one who should be subbed. I'm not sure. He has been beaten a couple of times, but he's also on the front foot a lot, hasn't he? So But I understand what you're saying. Tenzing Kunsalama, good luck from Kathmandu, Nepal. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very kind of you from Nepal. Looking at Mount Everest, I imagine. There you go. Thank you. Lil Pills 420 says I'd rather see Joe Linton as a striker than Gordon. No. Ian A says Tino hasn't looked at his best. He's been kicked a few times as well, to be fair. A lot of people saying Gordon was more on the left. Barnes has lost his confidence. That's what NUFC for Life is saying. Barnes off, big nick on and play Gordon on left, simple. Uncle Biscock says I think Barnes has done more than Gordon. But Gordon's out of position, in fairness to him. Peter H. Iris author, Alanga big plus for the second half. Voltamada on 55 to 60. We have a 199 super chat from Insanity. Barnes off and Murphy on. Should never have started. Wasn't I thought Barnes was never going to play tonight, and I think he will definitely come off early because he has to play Sunday. Alan Brown said I expect Voltamada to come on later with Gordon moving to left. Yeah, I do. I agree with that. Steve Gotti says Tino had a hand injury, give him a break. Again, I agree with that too. The players are looking like they're about to come out. Frankfurt are beating Galatasaray 3-1. Sporting are beating Kairat 1-0. And Manchester City and Napoli are goalless at half-time, like we are. But the players are, well, it looks like they're coming out. I don't know if Lewandowski's going to... Dan Burn's certainly staying on. Newcastle attacking the Gallagate, second half. Our favourite way of attacking. Barca having another huddle in their salmon pink kit. And it will be Newcastle to kick us off, I believe, as well. And we're off. And once again, it's that rugby union kickoff that we keep doing. Don't get it. This is the new set piece, blokes. What he's given us. Oh, there's two balls in the pitch, so I have to restart this. Sorry about this, folks. There was two balls in the pitch. So we are restarting, and once again, Bruno kicks it out for a throw-in. False start, folks. False start. But we are back in with it now. Throw into Barcelona, where Cooney takes it. Gets a bit of pressure from Bruno. Gordon goes to pressure Araujo. The ball falls to Joe Linton, who just kicks it out for a goal kick. Antassic's in singing mode. He's singing the blatant races. Or as Jimmy Moore called it, the blatant racists. He thought that's what the song was called. Peter H. Eris author says, by the way, Billy, I'm promoting a new book called Through the Portal of Eris, Unlikely Realities. And he also says, a book of short stories. Come on, the Mags. Absolutely. Barcelona have it. Little cut out there from Bruno, but it's gone back to the centre back, and then good pressure from Gordon that time. Almost caught out the keeper. Good header from Byrne, towering onto Kubasi's head. He nods it out to Livramento. He goes past Pedri. Cross comes in. It's going to be a corner. Good play that from Newcastle. Nice play from Livramento, and nice win from Harvey Barnes too. Got a cross in, and it will be a corner, which Anthony Langer's gone across to take. All the usual suspects are there, and Anthony Gordon's in the mix of it all. I don't know what he's doing now. How's he going to score from this? I'm trying to have a Matt Ritchie moment here, folks. Ilanga with a corner then. In swing it will be. Looks at it. Oh, it's headed from Joe Linton. And it's just glanced wide. Unlucky. Very unfortunate. He's lucky. When he's been jostled there, did well to get to that. Good desire from Joe Linton to get the ball there. The press comes on again, and Newcastle are going to win it deep in the half again. Ball comes in. Here's Gordon. Gordon shoots. Great block for Murawo. Tino has it, goes back, and it's going to be a throw to Newcastle. Newcastle start the second half great again with the press, with the pace. This could be a long throw coming from Tino here. Because the artillery are certainly coming forward. Here's Livermento's long throw, looking for a flick on near post. Over, it gets flick on. Can it fall for Newcastle head? No, it can't. And it falls into the arms of Joan Garcia. I'll keep calling Barnes Gordon. Well, it's hard to see. They've both got similar kind of hairstyles. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If he scores, I'll say who it is. I'll be able to see him closer. Anyway, this is good for Newcastle at the minute. It's Tonali. Got a ball to the far side where Barnes is free. He went the wrong way there. It shows the wrong option. Went for Langa. Barnes was probably the ball. But he went for Langa instead, Tonali. And that was the wrong option. For once. Again, there's pressure. And this time they get away with it. It's with Firmin. He's got Lewandowski in front of him. Goes back to Pedri. Bit of space, and Newcastle can't really get near him at the minute. He does cut back luckily first, otherwise we could have been in trouble. Gordon got goal side of him. That is definitely Gordon. I can see the number 10. Anyway. Here's Pedri. And Rafinha. That's a good ball. And it gets a Lewandowski edge of the box. Nutmeg's coming in. Oh, this is a fall for Rashford. Great block. Great block. Absolutely fantastic block. And it was a life or death one as well. And I'm not sure who it is. It may be Dan Burn. But if he hadn't made it, it was 1-0 Barcelona. Couple of ricochets again went their way. Tackle came in. It was a good one from Livramento. But the block, I'm sure it's Dan Burn who comes across and just... It may be Cher. It may be Trippier. But, I mean, there's a lot of casualties down in the area here. It's Cher down with a head injury. That's never happened before, has it? But they're all trying to get themselves in front of this shot of Rashford's. And in the process, he's been whacked in the head again. Dear me. Yeah, it's concerning the amount of head injuries Mr. Cher gets. Cher's on his haunches anyways. He's sitting up at least. He does look a bit shaky though, I have to say. Malik Chow's warming up. Will he be the replacement? Voltamada also is off the bench, but he's now sat back on it again. It looks like he's got some kind of energy drink there. Shearer pulls Cher to his feet, and Cher will go off. Cher doesn't seem to know where he is, if I'm perfectly honest. Although he is walking off with a bit of, jogging off now. Rafa Benitez is in the crowd. Not see Rafa there in the club. Corner's taken. They've gone done short. Rashford just airballed it. And Elanga gets a clearance, although it's gone straight to Gerard Martins, goes back to Koundé and all the way back to Garcia. It's 4 attempts again and 1 on target for Newcastle, 10 attempts, none on target for Barca. Koundé down the line for Rafinha, little 1-2. It's a nice 1-2. Cut out though by Byrne. Ball is not great, but it falls to Barnes in the end, who scoops it back to Livramento. I think Cher's back on the pitch now. He certainly is, because here he is now. Plays it forward for Joe Linton. Now it's with Livramento, who's come to right back at the minute. Ball in behind is a good one. Alanga's pace is in. Elanga decides to cut back, plays it back for Joe Linton. Then it comes in. It's a poor pass from Joe Linton. And, well, we do win the ball back with Joe Linton again. Give it Elanga. Elanga, wide. Cross to the far post. Koundé gets a header. Back to Elanga again. Bit of pressure from Newcastle. Here's Trippier, who's now... That's a good ball. Back it comes. Going to be a shot from Tonali. Tonali! Straight to the keeper. On target, though. A bit of power in that. But it was straight at the keeper, unfortunately. He wanted the handball, but he's not going to get one. Clearance from Garcia is cut out by Joe Linton, who's definitely stood up to the plate. Here's Tonali again. Ball through. Oh, Gordon was too weak there, beaten off it there by the centre-back. I can't think what his name is, Kubasi. And now it's with Pedri forward. Oof. Good defending that from Dan Burn. Clears it out for a goal, throw-in. Andy Grayson, stop begging for money. Come on for chat. No one's mentioned money, you plank. Do you know what? Come on for chat. You can fuck off for chat now, can't you, you knob? See you later, dickhead. No one's mentioned pissing money. Anyway, it's Barcelona on the attack. Rashford. And that's, well, poor from Rashford. Very poor. And there's Mr. Tuchel in the stands. Fucking Andy Gray. And take your mate fucking Richard Keys with you. Nick Pope's going to take this goal kick. And we are 55 in. And this is a type of area that I think we would potentially see a change. But as yet, nothing's happened. Long clearance from Pope. Does give on the Newcastle head. Falls to the left back, Martins, who hoofs it. Tonali in the air. Well, it's bounced over him. Bounced over Trippier. Well won, though, by Bruno. Plays a fantastic ball out to the far side where Barnes is. Barnes up against Koundé. Cuts inside. Tries to get a crossing. Koundé gets that foot in again. He's been fantastic. Here's Barnes again. Again, he's going to cut inside. Goes back to Livramento. Back to Barnes. Down the overlap for Livramento to get his ball and let. It's going to be a goal kick. Great defending from Koundé. What a player he is. I don't know if he gave a corner or not. I think he has. I think he's given a corner. I thought that was a goal kick, but personally, I thought it was a goal kick, but he's given a corner. Happy days. And this time, despite there's been 2 or 3 great corners on the trot for Elanga, Kieran Trippier's pulled rank and he said, I'm taking this one. Bruno's in the middle. Burns far post. Looking for Burn. It's the goal. It's the same game. Oh, fuck, my foot's going towards goal. It was the same corner routine that we did in the Carabao Cup. And, you know, sometimes when a header comes in, you think it's going in a different direction. I thought it was going to the same area, but it just went up in the air. And maybe look a bit of a plank. There you go. It's thrown to Barcelona, which Gerard Martin will take. We haven't used the Elanga enough second half. That's my one criticism. And he's just won the ball there. Toon Army, Bruno, great defending from that from Pedri. And now it's with Koundé. And now to Rafinha on the counter, Barca. Rafinha up against Burn. This is what I was worried about. Burn gets a foot in. Rafinha gets the byline now, luckily. Foot comes in there from Livramento and Rafinha goes back. Gets it back again. Koundé. Header! Goal, Barcelona! And it's a fantastic header, that. It really is a good header. And it's pissing Marcus Rashford that scored it. Unbelievable header. Great power in it. And it got caught on the counter. Yeah, good goal, good header. Got to give him credit. It was a really good header. But just a bit... has to be him, doesn't it? But it was a bit of pressure, and it's the first real bit of pressure I've had in the whole of the second half, to be honest. But this cross comes in, and Koundé gets a cross in, and it's Cher who misses his man. Rashford comes inside. Cher gets there too late, and Rashford bullet headers it past Pope. Terrific header. I 1-0 Barca. And I'm going to say that's an undeserved second half, I have to say. Barca on the attack again at the minute. It's with Rashford again. Corner of the area, up against Trippier. Plays it backwards, where Firmino goes from distance, deflected. Corner ball. Here comes Voltemada. Here comes Jacob Murphy. Here comes Joe Willock. But they're going to have the corner first. Which Rashford takes, looking for a Barca head. It's headed away, the near post. Further clearance, but it's only back into Barcelona's possession again. Rashford. Back to De Jong. It's headed away. Koundé central. And Newcastle can break here, and it's a run. Oh, if only that ball had been more towards Anthony Gordon, he was in. Alanga presses and good play that from Martins that time. Got away from Alanga. Here's Firmin. Back he goes. Pedri has it now. Just to play a little bit of calmness with it. Fucking Marcus Bastard Rashford. You couldn't make it up, could you? De Jong has it in a minute. Bit of keep ball, ref blows up for a free. Oh, Cher's down again. And we have to get Cher off. And to be honest, he should have come off when he got that head injury because it was his fault for the goal. Anyhow, Voltemada's coming on. Willock's definitely coming on. Once again, that head injury for Cher, as soon as it happens, you should take him off. Malik Chow's coming on. Shut the door after the horse has bolted here. Murphy's coming on. 1, 2, 4 changes. I don't know who's coming off. Barnes, I imagine, we won. Elanga, maybe another. I'd keep Elanga on, personally, but I don't think they're going to do that. Joe Linton will probably come off for Willock. Chiao will definitely come off for Cher, who's suddenly looks concussed again. And it's poor from the physios, actually. It's not just Eddie Howe. It's poor from the physios. The physios should know that Harvey Barnes is coming off. Keeping Shallow wasn't the reason we conceded. It was his man. He was too late getting the ball, mate. Anyhow, Malik Chow's on. Joe Linton, Barnsley, Langer and Shares come off. I'm amazed he's took Langer off. Amazed. Absolutely amazed. Anyhow, Jacob Murphy's on. Time will tell if it's the right choice or not, I guess. But I think Mr. Martins will be very happy that Alanga's gone off. Anyhow, there's pressure coming in. Voldemar running at a great rate and not towards the keeper. And it's cleared long. Looking for Lewandowski. Byrne wins it in the air. Willock. Good strength from Willock. Back he goes. Tonali. Livramento. And now Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side. First time in the match goes past. Well, actually gets a foul off of Koundé. Good play from Gordon, that. He's a great foul. I'm not sure he's even touched him, but he's got a foul. And it's in a good area as well. It's the far side of the pitch, and we've got some proper height in there now. Malik Chow's joined the artillery. Of course, Voldemar is also in there. And it's Tonali's going to take the free kick. It's going to be an in-swinger. And it comes, trying to find a Newcastle head. It's way too near to the keeper. Easy peasy for Garcia. He bowls it out to De Jong. And he plays it wide for Koundé. Marius Sagan says, I need a bigger screen to see the players. Maybe. Peter Garthwaite, £2 super chat. Another clue is shown from Howe. Very predictable. Barca on the attack here with Koundé. Cross comes in. Headed away from Chiao. And Barca still have it. Rashford. Inside then to Fermin. Pedri, in fact. Back to Kubasi. And now De Jong. Good play for De Jong. Martin. Forward he goes. Fermin plays it wide for Rashford. Toying with us a little bit here, actually, to be fair to him. And all the way back, and they're just keeping the ball. Man City 2 up against Napoli. Looks like we're playing with 10 men at the minute, folks. In the end, we win the ball, though. Bruno gets fouled, but the ref doesn't give anything, and we get a throw-in. Here's Malik Chow. Back to Pope. Byrne. Oh, dear me, Byrne. Well, Rafinha almost robbed him there. Byrne looked like an old man there. Nearly got robbed from Rafinha. Rafinha knows Byrne. He's obviously played in the Premier League. He knows he's a trigger point, and he almost took the ball off him. But fortunately for us, it went out for a throw-in, which Livramento is going to take. Throw it up the line. This might fall for it. It didn't quite. Unlucky. Byrne. Well, he's out physical there, but Chow steps in and lofts it clear. Header from Koundé. This might fall for them again, but this it's a terrible clearance from Byrne. Tonali on Rashford. Rashford from distance. What a goal. What an absolute bomb of a goal that is from Marcus Rashford. Fuck me. That is special. Very special. And I'm afraid Dan Byrne's at fault there. Marcus Rashford has shown up tonight, folks, in front of the England manager. Nick Pope had absolutely no chance there. Absolutely no chance, and Marcus Rashford's tore us apart. And Thomas Tuchel thinks, well, he's hit that with so much power. I'm not sure. I didn't see it go in. Burned. Awful. Rashford goes past Tonali and then just swings a boot at it, and what a finish that is. Pope's got absolutely no chance. Two keepers ain't stopping that. Absolute Brahmin goal. I mean, it's hit the bar, it's gone in as well, and bouncing off the bar. What a goal. And if you saw that Marcus Rashford 7 games out of 10, he'd be a world beater, but you don't see it that often. But you've seen it tonight, which is the real pissy thing about it. Fucking unbelievable. What you see is this: you see this game from Rashford 1 time out of 10 or 2 times out of 10. Just unfortunate for us, we're getting it tonight. Oh, we've got Man United fans in. Here we come. Oh, dear me. Look what you could have had. Offside though against Newcastle. It's a free kick to Barcelona, deep in their own territory. That's took the fucking fizz out of it, hasn't it? Ferran Torres has come on. I didn't see who for. Last time he played at St James's Park, of course, he scored a hat-trick. For Manchester City. I don't know who's come on for. They're going to make another change as well. Lewandowski's gone off. Not really done a lot tonight, Lewandowski. And on for him is... I think Torres has come on for Rafinha, but I'm not certain. And I don't know who's coming on. They're not showing me who's coming on for... Kubasi off. Centre half, yeah. Bring on centre half, bring Ferran Torres on. And that's Christensen. Christensen's come on for Kubasi. Ferran Torres has come on for Robert Lewandowski. And there is Christensen playing it down for Martin. He's trying to get it in behind Trippier for Rashford, but he didn't get there. Chow has it. Lovely bit of play from Chow to get away from his press there. Lovely from Chow, that. Newcastle almost give the ball away, but Tonali as well to rectify the situation. Play it forward for Murphy. Murphy's gone for a long first-time ball, which Gordon is going to... Oh, dear me. Well, he's trying to control it with his wrong foot, and he's just gone straight out of play for goal kick. I mean, not only did Rashford beat Pope, he also out-strengthened Tonali in the little bit of build-up for that. Just an outstanding strike. It really was. It's times like tonight, he looks like a Barcelona player. It's just the other 158 games he's played recently that he hasn't. He looked more like a Port Vale player. But again, you have to give him credit. Pope does well with his feet there. Gets it to Livramento. Now Willock with a good bit of strength and a turn inside De Jong. Willock's looked dangerous since he came on. And then plays an absolute shite ball. Commentator's curse. Straight to centre halves. And now they're on the attack again. With Rafinha up against Burn again. Burn's still on the pitch. Rafinha cuts inside and goes for goal and puts it about a yard wide. Barca have it again. Long ball down the middle. It's well over hit. And Pope lets it run out for a goal kick. Voltemada with a bit of trickery and wins a throw-in, I think. Does he? No, he doesn't. It's a Barca throw-in, just short of the halfway line in the Newcastle half on their right-hand side, which Jules Koundé is going to take. He goes back to Araujo. Now, Andres Christensen, former Chelsea player. Martins tries to play on the line, but Trippier's alive to that and intercepts it. He tries to feed Murphy, can't do so. And Martins gets a block in, and we win a throw-in. Well, there's 17 odd minutes to go. If we're going to win it, we have to do it quick. Voltemada has it in the area. Player at his back. Nowhere to go, really. It's a nice little pass in. That one isn't a nice pass. Willock does really well, actually. Tonali, sorry. Now Byrne takes it down his chest, plays it for Chow. Chow steps inside. He's got a lovely little bit of calmness about him. Pass goes out to Tino. He's got Gordon wide of him. He's got Willock inside him. Goes to Gordon. Gordon up against Koundé. Cuts inside this time. Might give it Willock. Doesn't do. Going nowhere here. Plays it to Voltemada. Good little flip from him. Shot comes in. Best effort of the night for Newcastle, that. And it came from Bruno. Yeah, good play that from Newcastle. With Gordon, with Tonali, with Voltemada. Finally with Bruno, getting a shot on target. But it's a bit close to the keeper, that's all. But we're fixing ourselves to long distance shots. Strength from Rashford there. He's going to run past Trippier with ease here. And into the box he goes. Rashford, Trippier's not going to get back there, is he? Gets a foot in. Did well there, Trippier. And then Trippier's down injured. The foul came in from Firmin. And it will be a free kick to Newcastle United. Trippier's got a bit of cramp, it looks like. Eric Campbell with a $1.99 super chat. Taking Elango off his criminal. And Channel Right, £2 super chat. Thought they'd rue those sitters. Yeah, it's fair comments there. Absolutely. All valid points you're all making there, to be fair. Free kick to Newcastle, corner on edge of our area. Looks like Trippier's going off. Now, have they brought Lewis Hall on? No, they brought Sven Botman on. So it looks like we're going to a back three with Murphy and Livramento as wing backs. Newcastle have a throw in. Bruno forward for Willock. Willock can play Murphy in now. Here's Murphy. Murphy gets it under control, tries to cross it in. Martins blocks it. Murphy's letting it go out for throw in and manages to do so. Murphy takes a throw in. Back he goes to Willock. Wasn't the greatest throw in the world from Murphy, but Willock did well to make something of it. Tonali back to Botman. Down the line. This is good for Newcastle. Gordon's got a bit of space here. His touch is absolutely awful. Allows Koundé to come in and make a challenge. Good. I'm thinking Anthony Gordon might have a pair of Doc Martens on tonight. Touch there was horrific. There's a player down injured for Barca. It's Araujo, the captain. And they're about to make changes. Danny Olmo is definitely one of them. God almighty. It's a bit concerning when they're about making changes in the 77th minute and bringing on Dani Olmo, I have to say. But anyway, it's a long throw that Newcastle are going to attempt here. Burns in there, Voltemada's in there. Can we get a flick on and maybe get ourselves back in the game? Voltemada's attempted to flick on, but it's gone forward. Ball does fall now for Gordon. Gordon attempts a cross. We do win the ball deep in the half, and it's with Willock. That's a good cross, that, but good keeping. Long, hard on the floor. Low cross from Willock. Did well to get it in, but the keeper was alive to it. Willock's been okay since he came on, to be fair to him. Great play that from Pedri to get away from the defence. Turns back. De Jong, Pedri. They're a class act, this lot. Bloody Norma. The press is on, but they're just playing out of it easily now. Look at this. Absolutely outstanding football from Barcelona to get out of the press. Pedri wide, then to Martins. He's got Rashford in front of him. He wants to give it him. He might go backwards. He does. Here's Rashford now. First on ball. It's poor from him. And this time Newcastle can bring it away, although Toon Army gets caught out and plays it's a fantastic bit of play from De Jong to intercept. Newcastle will win the ball back with Murphy. Well played for Murphy. Now Thiaw. Guimaraes forward. Gordon wide to Livramento. Livramento loses out to Koundé and then fouls, and referee plays a good advantage for Barcelona. Rafinha. Tackles flying in. Koundé. And then once again, the cameras have gone skew-if, but we're back in again. Voltemada misses his tackle. Bruno gets him, but the ball is back with Araujo. Ball for the middle, and good defending that from Thiaw on Ferran Torres. Just eased him out. Nice bit of pace from him. Ball down the line looking for Gordon. He's not going to get that because Koundé will get in. And he does. For about the 20 millionth time tonight. Here's Pedri. So there's a Barcelona player prone on the floor, rolling around. It's Rashford. Holding his head. He thinks he's been elbowed. And he thinks it's Thiaw that's done it. Get out of it! I don't think he's touched him. Well, Rashford, you've had a great game, but you've just acted the cop there. They're making changes again, Barca. And it may be Rashford who's coming off. This is his first goal where Fabian Schär, who'd been concussed, just didn't go for the ball. Should have been his all day, every day. Didn't go for it, and Rashford nodded it in. And his second one's a thing of absolute genius. It's a great goal. Going back across the keeper, out-strengthened Toon Army, then blasted it in from 18, 20 yards off the bar and in. Martins has gone off also, Gerard Martin, and on have come Eric Garcia, Dani Olmo. Newcastle do have the ball, though it's won back straight away from Barcelona. We have given the ball away way too much tonight as well, to be fair to Barcelona. Toon Army steps in there. Again, tackled. Newcastle win a free kick and they get a yellow card as well for Frankie de Jong, finally. We have 8 minutes to go, so we score now. The game isn't over as such. Marcus Rashford looks very pleased with himself. Bruno and Anthony Gordon are over this free kick, and also, well, there's plenty of artillery in the box, but delivery's been poor tonight. And they've gone short, in fact. Gordon's cross is way under hit, and it's going to fall. For Bruno's lofted it forward into a Barca. Well, it's going to fall for Willock here. Willock plays it wide for Murphy. Could have got it, but Willock back. Plays a 1-2 with the Barcelona defender and still has the ball. And it's trying to get the ball through. Couldn't work, and Barca can hit. It's on the counter here. And this is what their aim is. Long ball over the top. Looking for Ferran Torres. Good defending from Chow. May have been Joe Willock. Poor from Murphy. It was Joe Willock that made the defensive interception there. Uh, 61% possession for Barcelona against 39 for Newcastle. And the pass is completed. They've doubled ours, so. It's not an unfair scoreline, has to be said. It's only trying to get goal side of Firmin, didn't work. Pedri, Frankie de Jong. Pedri again. It's not Martins now, it's Garcia, isn't it? Keep ball for Barca now. Back to the keep it goes to Garcia. Pressure from Voltemada. Gets there as quick as he could. Good play from Barcelona to get away. There's a foul there on a player. I think it was Ferran Torres back there. It's all very disjointed. Very disjointed, I have to say. Maybe trying to over science it to Newcastle. Eddie Howe with his starting lineup. We knew that Anthony Gordon was going to play. Why he just didn't play him up front with Voltemada up front, I don't know. With Gordon starting on the left, but that's been his choice, and it's fair to say it hasn't worked. And also taking Alanga off was a strange one. And yeah, Barcelona have had the ball all along while I've been talking. Just playing it backward and forwards. Foul there from Chow, in on the back of Ferran Torres. That will be a free kick to Barca about, well, I'm going to say 40 yards out. Very central. Which I've already taken. And now it's Chow again. For Murphy. Steps outside the attacking player there, Murphy now. Tries to beat him. Good ball inside for Willock. First touch in, Bruno. One touch out. Looking for the winner of Gordon. Way overhit. Will go out for a throw. And it was Tonali, in fact, with the overhit pass. Tonali hasn't been great tonight, I have to say, folks. Bit of a lesson from the likes of Pedri and Firmin. And some of the time from De Jong also. With our midfield. Good defending there from Botman. Bruno was a bit slow there. Did he get fouled? No, he didn't. And now they can come on the attack, Barca, but stepped in from Tonali. Livramento goes back to Byrne, who's still on the pitch. And Tonali has it again. He leaves it. Byrne's one galloping forward now for some reason. Here's Botman. Now Bruno. Now Chow. Chip to the far side of the pitch where he sees Livramento galloping down the wing. Goes wide to Gordon. Push it past him and run. You've got the pace. Don't get it. Here's Willock. Willock does push it past the player and runs, but in the end has a turn. Cuts inside again. Willock's a loose out here, is he? Yes, he does. Trying to do too much and had no real options to go, but he could have played it wide. Barcelona are 4-on-2 here, and it's dangerous. Rafinha, far side. Is it Rafinha? I don't think it is anymore, is it? I think he's gone off. But in the end, Newcastle do get players back, and the ball is scooped over by Dani Olmo. And Willock's not happy with himself there. But Newcastle do get on with it quickly. Voltemada, who's fouled. Here's Bruno trying to outrun the defence there. Long ball looking for the Murphy. Too much angle on it, and it will go out of play. Well, it goes to the goalkeeper. The keeper keeps it in. Very flat. Here's Chow. Botman. Bruno. Wide to Murphy. It's a poor pass. Will be a throw into Barcelona. Yes, I guess over the 90 minutes, you've got to say it's been a bit of a... We've had our moments, sure, but this second half's been a bit concerning, I have to say. Levels. Mistakes by the management and players on the pitch, of course, but I think the big one was Fabian Schär should have come off after his head injury. Absolutely, I do. Anyhow, we're trying to get something going here. It's got Murphy down this. We might get something out of this, actually. Murphy's cross comes in. Gordon scores! Anthony Gordon scores 2-1 to Newcastle. Let's have a bit of granny for the goal. Great goal from Newcastle. Great build-up with Bruno, Tonali, Voltemada, Murphy with his customary assist. And I'm going to say a good finish from Gordon, but I think he scuffed it, if I'm perfectly honest. Well, he's kicked it into the ground. Garcia had no chance. And it's 2-1, and we're back in it. And, yes, just getting to injury time now. How much we got? 7 minutes. 7 minutes of injury time. Let's get that put up, shall we? 7 minutes, eh? So there is still chance. There's still hope. 2-1, and Anthony Gordon gets the goal. Great play from Murphy, though. Can the unthinkable happen here? Voltemada with a good bit of control, but he's lost out. And Barcelona have a throw in just short of the halfway line. Which will be taken by Garcia. Oh, dear me, that's poor. That could be a red card. He's not giving a red card. Murphy, I thought he looked dodgy. Looked dodgy from a distance. He's rubbing his thigh. Murphy's very apologetic. Maybe not as bad as I thought. Clock's still rolling, of course, so it's our own time that we're wasting. And Barca are going to make another change here. Can Newcastle do the unthinkable? Ball in behind. Looking for the win of Torres. Great defending there from Botman. Outstanding physicality. Flick looks a bit more concerned now. And the Toon Army look a bit more alive. Here comes the change for Barcelona. This is obviously a time-wasting thing. I think it's Firmin going off. It is Firmin. And, well, it's a yellow card for time wasted here for Barcelona. And on comes a sub. Hopefully that means the referee's hold. Or Graham Jones been booked. Maybe Graham Jones has been booked. Anyway, they have made a change. I don't know who's come on. I'm going to imagine it's a defender of some kind. Newcastle give the ball away in a really concerning area. And it's in the box for Barcelona. Cuts inside. Backwards. They're pressing here for another third. Although they're now going backwards a little bit, but they're still got plenty of players up front in attacking positions. Even Koundé's up there, but they're keeping the ball. We're running around trying to get hold of it, and we can't. Eventually, we do. Tonali, long ball looking for the run of Gordon. It's a good one too. Can Gordon take it down? Araujo goes to him. Gordon plays it inside to a Barcelona player. Ah, dear me. We do get it back though. Gordon with pace goes past one. Koundé steps in, but Livramento has it now. Tonali has nowhere to go and loses the ball to a throw-in. Throw-in to Barca. Ref gives a free kick, which is soft in my opinion. On Pedri, who's been absolutely phenomenal tonight, I have to say. I've taken the free kick. Clock's winding down very quickly. It looks here. There's 4.5 minutes of it gone. So all the way back to the keeper. Cut off the alleyways here. And they can go long. Somehow it falls to a Barcelona player. There's a foul there. The ref didn't see it. And wide it goes. Oh dear. Great save, Nick Pope. Clearance completed by Votman. What a great save that was from Pope. Olmo with a shot set up by Rafinha. Is it Rafinha? Is he still on? But a brilliant save from Pope there. But as I say, 5 minutes of the 7 are already up. And we can't get the ball off them. Pedri. Again, just picking out players. Calmness personified. One touch passes, tiki-taka. Can't get close to the ball. Since we scored, it's been one who've hardly touched the ball, I have to say. Koundé. De Jong. Space now for the centre forward to have a blast, and he's put it over. Just over a minute to go. Ferran Torres with a shot. Poor from him. Last chance saloon. What's going on here? He's not given a corner for that, has he? He freaking has. Must have been a deflection. Oh, dear me. And of course, Barcelona running the clock down. We're in the final minute of the added on 7. They've managed to get him behind here. Pope gets the save. This is the last chance saloon, definitely now. Bowled out. Jacob Murphy. Well, that's a foul there. That's a yellow card as well. By Casado, who's come on. Going to be a long hoof clearance here. There's 8 seconds of that added on, but I think that'll be a little bit further on. Pope hoofs it. Looking for a Newcastle head. Finds one. It's going to fall into the path of Koundé, but a poor pass from him. Livramento. loses out. Should have passed the ball. And now we're in trouble. I don't know what's happened there. He's going to give a throw in. He's going to throw into Newcastle. Now, Livramento, long throw-ins ain't really long, but I think it's slightly out of range for him personally. If I'm perfectly honest, I think it's slightly out of range, but he's going to do it. He's going to go for it. Burns near post. We're looking for flick-ons and heads in from Voltamada here. Yeah, it's not going to greatly a difference. Football just bounced. Burn! Deflected. Guimaraes. How's that fallen into this? Tonali. Somehow it hit off a player and went straight to the arms of the keeper. Unbelievable. We've had an extra minute here. I think that's it, folks. I think that's it. And indeed it is. A 2-1 defeat. Yeah. Elite levels. Marcus Rashford's destroyed us tonight. Never say die though. Newcastle United kept fighting up to the end. Got a goal later with Anthony Gordon. But Marcus Rashford has a smile on him broad as the whatever rivers in Manchester Ship Canal. And Anthony Gordon scored late on with another assist, a customary assist from Jacob Murphy. Good game of football, that. I think Barcelona deserved it. Could we have got more out of it? Maybe. Tomorrow night is the time when we'll discuss it, review with the folks that were at the game. We'll do some super chats if there is any. I'm not sure there is. No, we've done all super chats, which is cool. It could have been worse, as Agent Tech Stream says there. They're the elite side, and to push them all right to the 97th, 98th minute, I think it's a bit of a feat. But some of their players at Barcelona have an absolutely outstanding Pedri, and of course the man that's destroyed us, Marcus Rashford. Anyhow, we shall see you tomorrow night, folks, with a review of what we've just seen. Barcelona look very happy with themselves and quite rightly too. Anyhow, until tomorrow, I'm going to wish you all a very good night. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Good night, folks.
Come back and check out, see breathing.